Hi students, we discuss animal tissue. We discuss about the animal tissues. Animals possess four types of tissues: epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscular tissue, and nervous tissue. We already completed epithelial tissue. Connective tissue. Connective tissue divides into three types. Connective tissue, proper skeletal tissue, and fluid connective tissue. We completed connective tissue proper. The skeletal tissue divides into two types: cartilage and bone or osseous tissue. Cartilage is also called gristle. Last class we completed cartilage or gristle. Now we discuss about the bone tissue or osseous. Here bone is highly calcified or mineralized. Highly calcified or mineralized. So bone contains rich calcium. Bone contains rich calcium. Bone is solid, hard and rigid. Bone is bone is solid, rigid and hard. So bone is highly calcified or mineralized, contains rich calcium. Bone is solid, rigid and hard connective tissue. Connective tissue. It is the major component of the endoskeleton of most adult vertebrates. So, bone is main component of endoskeleton of vertebrates. Main endoskeleton of most adult vertebrates. Bone is the main component of endoskeleton. of most of adult vertebrates. So endoskeleton means the skeleton which forms inside the body called endoskeleton. So the most of the adult vertebrates possess bony endoskeleton. The endoskeleton of most of the adult vertebrates is made by bones. It forms the structural framework in the body. So bony tissue forms a structural framework in the body. Structural framework in the body. Next, it gives support to the soft tissues. So the bony tissue gives support to the soft tissues. It gives support to the soft tissues and protect the delicate organs. So bony tissue protect the delicate organs. Example, heart and lungs are delicate organs. The heart and lungs are protected by bones or rib cage. Rib cage is also formed by bones, sternum, backbone and ribs. These bones form a rib cage in the thoracic region. This rib cage or bones of rib cage protects our heart and lungs. So, bony tissue gives support to the soft tissues and protect the delicate organs. Limb bones of animals serve the weight bearing functions. Limbs limbs means, so the animals, generally animals possess forelimbs and hind limbs. In man, the two forelimbs are hands, the two hind limbs are legs. So generally animals possess two pairs of limbs. So here limb bones, limbs also, hands and legs also possess bones. So the limb bones of animals serve the weight bearing functions. Weight bearing functions. Weight bearing functions. Next, the bones also interact with the muscles attached to them to bring or helps in movements. So the bones in the animal's body provides surface for attachment of muscles. Now the bones and muscles which attach to bones helps in movement or locomotion. So bones helps in locomotion with the help of muscle. So some of the muscles attached to bones. Next, bone have. So bones provides surface for the attachment of muscles which helps in locomotion. So bones and muscles helps in locomotion. Next, bone have a hard and non-pliable matrix. So bone have hard and non-pliable. So the matrix of the bone does not bend. So non-pliable. So this is matrix of the bone. So bone have a hard and non-pliable matrix. It contains rich calcium salts and collagen fibers. So the matrix of the bone possesses collagen, rich collagen fibers and calcium salts. Calcium salts such as calcium phosphate. So matrix contains rich collagen fibers and calcium salts, which give the bone its strength. So the collagen fibers and calcium salts gives the bone its strength. Here the calcium salts are inorganic substances. The collagen is organic substance. Collagen is made by a protein. So collagens are organic compounds. Organic compounds. But calcium salts are inorganic compounds. So bones possess or contains organic compounds and inorganic compounds. Here calcium salts are inorganic compounds, collagen fibers are organic compounds. Next, during aging, the proportion of inorganic material increases in a bone, making it more brittle. So during aging, the proportion of inorganic salts increases in a bone, making it more brittle. The brittle bone easily fractured. So during aging, the inorganic salts are increases. Now bones is brittle. The brittle bones are easily fractured. Collagen is a protein that provides soft framework. So here collagen is a protein that provides a soft framework in the body, and calcium phosphate is a mineral that adds strength and hardens the bone, hardens the framework or bones. So collagen is a protein that provides a soft framework, and calcium phosphate is a mineral that adds strength and hardens the framework. Components of collagen and calcium makes bone strong and flexible enough to withstand stress. bones are next. Bones are hemostatic reservoir to calcium. So bones are reservoirs of calcium, magnesium, magnesium, phosphorus, etc. Phosphorus, etc. So bones are reservoir of calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, etc. Next, bone is highly vascular. Bone is highly vascular. The cartilage is avascular. Blood vessel does not extend into cartilage, but the blood vessels are extends into bone. So bone is highly vascular. Study of bone is called osteology. Study of bones is called osteology. Study of bones is called osteology. Next, bone has an outer fibrous connective tissue sheath called periosteum. The inner connective tissue sheath that lines the marrow cavity called endosteum. So the bone contains this is bone. This is bone wall. This is lumen or cavity of the bone called bone marrow. So bone has an outer fibrous connective tissue. So the bone is covered externally by fibrous connective tissue. Bone is an outer fibrous connective tissue. So outer surface of the wall of the bone is covered by fibrous connective tissue sheath called periosteum. Next, inside the wall of bone covered by connective tissue sheath called endosteum. The endosteum lines the bone marrow. So inside the bone, a cavity or lumen is present called bone marrow. Outside of the wall of bone covered by fibrous connective tissue sheath called periosteum. Next, inside the wall of bone is lined by connective tissue sheath called endosteum. Here, endosteum lines the bone marrow. Next, the bone also contains non-living extracellular matrix. So, The bone also contains non-living extracellular matrix, living cells, and bone marrow. So the bone contains periosteum, endosteum, non-living extracellular matrix, living cells, and bone marrow. Bone cells includes, so bone contains different type of cells. Bone contains osteoblast, osteocytes, osteoclast. So these are the three types of cells present in the bones: osteoblast, osteocytes, osteoclast. Here, osteoblast are inactive or immature cells which produce collagen fibers. So osteoblasts are immature cells secretes the organic components or collagen fibers of matrix and also play an important role in mineralization of bone. So the osteoblast also play an important role in mineralization of bone. Later, the immature osteoblast matured into osteocytes. Here, the matrix of the bone possesses fluid-filled spaces called lacunae. Next, the immature osteocytes enter into lacunae. Each lacunae contains one osteocyte. But chondrocytes of cartilage possess one or two or three or four chondrocytes. But in the bones, each lacunae contains one osteocyte. So the osteocytes are mature cells. Next, osteoclast are phagocytic cells. The osteoclast kills the microorganisms which are enter into bone tissue. Next, osteoclasts are phagocytic cells. Next, these involve in resorption of bone. So osteoclasts are also involved in resorption of bone. So osteoclasts are phagocytic cells which kills the microorganisms which are enter into bone. Next, the osteoclasts are also involved in resorption of bone. Here, osteoclast break down the bone tissue. In this process, the calcium transfer to blood from bone tissue. So the process of resorption of bone is maintain the calcium levels in the blood. So the osteoclasts involved in the resorption of bone. In this process, the osteoclasts break down the bone tissues. In this process, the calcium ions are transferred to blood from bone tissue. So the process of resorption of bone is maintain the calcium levels in the blood. So this is the bone tissue. Next I will explain the types of bones in the next class.